You're listening to Take 5, the podcast where we pause the noise and tune into the stories that matter. Real people, real life, right here in our community. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Francesca Pacchiano. I wrote this piece, Flying Electric, for the Green issue in April 2026. The sky was a perfect mix of blue with billowing clouds when I had my first flight in the Velis Electro by Pipstrel. The Pip, as it's been nicknamed by the team at Sealand Flight, is well suited to sightseeing trips of the beautiful Campbell River coastline, and for anyone interested in zero-emission flying. Sealand Flight is the first flight school in Canada to use electric airplanes commercially. Based in Campbell River, they also operate sub-base flying schools at Nanaimo Airport, as well as Powell River, Courtenay, and Qualicum Beach. The company purchased the Velis Electro in 2024 and now has successfully completed the trial period. It's actually open to any flight school across Canada now to start purchasing and operating these aircrafts, said Mike Andrews, a pilot and spokesperson for Sealand Flights. Pipstrel, the manufacturer of Velis Electric, is an Italian-Slovenian company which has been developing small electric aircrafts in Europe over the last 30 years. Sealand Flights wanted to bring that evolution of flying to Canada. When Pipstrel was designing the aircraft, they used glider technology to maximize the time the Velis Electro could stay in the air without fully draining the battery. It has long, thin wings that help it take off and stay aloft. The aircraft is lightweight enough that Mike could push it out of the hangar without assistance. It's all carbon fiber and makes it very nimble. The sound of the aircraft is much lower than that of an internal combustion plane of the same size. The Pipstrel's description of the airplane says, "The Velis Electro produces zero emissions during operation, and with noise levels of only 60 dBA, it's ultra-quiet both on the inside and outside." Mike described it as no louder than a dishwasher. As a commercial school, Sealand began integrating the Velis Electro into its program as soon as regulations allowed. Mike noted that students find it easier to learn on the electric model. There's a lot less going on in it. There are basically 4 switches. When you get into the internal combustion engine aircrafts, there is all these different systems that you have to manipulate, and it's easier to focus on flying when students don't need to also manage the systems that keep the plane in the air. Catherine Check was the first student to train and solo on the electric. You want to take every opportunity that you are given, and I think that it's important for a woman to do it. She described the plane as being sleeker than the combustion planes. The Pipstrel is definitely a lot lighter, and it's easier to control, more maneuverable. It's almost like a powered glider. There are limitations with the electric airplane. The big one is the limited range. The battery capacity is still evolving. The Velis Electro that Sealand has was certified in 2019, but it was designed in 2016. The battery technology, Mike said, is 10 years old. That often limits the flights to about 45 minutes. Another limitation is temperature. Mike had already been warming the batteries to an optimal temperature of 19 degrees Celsius before I arrived for our interview. Cold affects the battery's performance, and while it's certified down to the -15, Mike said it was best to practice not to fly it in the cold. The Velis Electro requires specific electrical infrastructure in the hangar to charge properly.
Ladysmith and District Credit Union has been serving the community since 1944. Whether you need personal or business banking services, investment advice, or a financial checkup, their professional advisors are on hand to help you. And the LDCU is not just a full-service financial institution. They offer insurance and wealth management services through their subsidiaries. So join LDCUs today. Experience exceptional service, exclusive member benefits, and a community-focused approach that puts your needs first.
Once students reach their first solo stage, their training includes traveling to different airports. Due to the technology's newness, the Velis Electro is currently available only in Campbell River. The goal, Mike said, is to expand. Sealand has plans to utilize its own locations over the next few years and develop more opportunities for pilots to experience zero-emission aviation. We ultimately want to create a network between Courtney, Qualicum, and Nanaimo, so that we can fly the airplanes from place to place. Other companies, like Helijet and Harbor Air, are working on their own versions of electric aircrafts. Travel will soon include electric options. But if you want to lead the way, then flying might be for you. Come learn to fly. It's really fun. It's freeing, and we can do it the zero emissions way.
That's a wrap on this edition of Take 5. Thank you so much for spending a few minutes with us. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of each other, and hey, Take 5.